Hello, I'm Dmitry Okunev. I'm from Russia. For the last 5 years, I live in the European Union. One of the major reasons why I left Russia is the political situation over there. I would like to share some opinion on conservatism in politics. This video will be an extreme oversimplification, but I hope that some ideas might be useful in like usual life. Now, let's imagine we have a presidential republic where a lot of people want to make the world a better place. And when we have this situation, the world changes fast. And we might find some people who are unable to keep up with the time. So let's imagine a person who got used to some life and is not capable to adapt. So if we have enough of such people, it creates some political ground for populists. Let's imagine that at some political ground a person appears who appeals to all these emotions and frustration these people have, all these constituents. And this politic person says all the key words to get sympathies of such people. They would say anything they want to hear. Let's make America great again, or let's cancel all the taxes and just give away a lot of money to simple people. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Oh, my English. The important part is the whole political program is just a bunch of simple to comprehend ideas which resonates with the emotions. But there is no intention to do any real political change, to propose any constructive plan how actually something could be improved. But those non-adaptive people are also unable to criticize their own worldview, because otherwise it would mean that they need to adapt. So they isolate themselves into some warm bath or informational bubble or whatnot, where they listen only the things they like and the things that doesn't force them to change. Such media are usually controlled by some conservative party, who the whole political idea of whom is to appeal to these emotions. So when people consume such kind of media, they also vote for such kind of politics. And when we have enough of such people, a populist get power. But the populist will fail to do the improvements because they never intended to do real politics. The only thing they wanted is just to get power, but they would never admit any mistakes they do. In the meantime, the people who voted for them are in the controlled informational bubble, which provides them information tailored to make them like these kind of politicians. But because of freedom of speech, there is still some opposition to this kind of activity of this politician. And a lot of criticism is here and there. So the populist is usually obsessed with the appearance of their own infallibility. And the main enemies of a populist are independent from themselves, media and public opinions. So when they get power, they usually use it to suppress any alternative media or opinions. The important part is that there is a crucial moment where the democratic institutions either successfully protect from the decay of democracy, or where the populist just absorbs the country, slowly but surely. If the latter happens, the populists become an authoritarian leader, and they slowly destroy all the threats to their power, which basically means to destroy everything what's left from the democratic institutions. At some point, if they rule long enough, they usually hit the constitution, which limits how long they can rule. And if they already gained enough power, they just change the constitution to allow themselves to rule indefinitely, forever. Otherwise, they just find some workaround, like Medvedev was a temporary president for Putin, but basically a puppet. It's pretty difficult to convey the idea I want to for somebody who haven't lived in authoritarian country for long enough. But the bottom line is, when you vote for a conservative populist like Trump, it actually have little difference from voting for Putin. And I understand that the promises they do might look appealing, but I lived in Russia for 30 years, and you can just ask me where it leads to. I will tell you. And you may ask my wife, who is from Kharkiv. Just don't allow your emotions to lead in your mind. Otherwise, you could destroy your country and a lot of people's life. Be rational, critical minded, and just don't repeat the same mistakes other countries already did. So that's it for today. Thank you. Bye.